there Virgo, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot and to your monthly tarot reading for March. Let's see Virgo what may be on the cards for you. Getting started here with the Sacred Power reading cards, then go to the Work Your Light Oracle. I've got the Moonchild Tarot here, and I'll also be using the Classic Rider-Waite and the Star Child Tarot Kashik for the tarot positions. Just to let you know Virgo, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. All the links are below the video, and also the link to my website should you want to arrange a personal reading specific to your situation, keeping in mind these readings are general readings and we cover broad themes in them. Let's grab one of these here and then we'll do the oracle cards. Okay, let's see what we started with. We started with community. Okay, so it might be time for you to come together with others on a project, or even reach out to your neighbors, get to know more people that are in your area of interest, in your area of work. Creating connections with others could be really important for you this week. Maybe some of you need to use your network or community more. That can be how we can find out about new offers for work and all those kinds of things. So I think we can all come together more in this time. And I've got purification. You might be purifying on a physical level, watching what you eat, getting enough sleep, drinking plenty of water, maybe going on a detox. Some of you might be purifying the mind, less scrolling on social media, less TV. The more we kind of quieten down, have a clear vessel, an empty vessel in the mind and a clear, healthy vessel in the body, we can receive source wisdom so much easier, guys. When there's clutter, both in terms of toxins and too much information, that can't come through. So I'm really a big believer in the purifying. Purifying can also be removing situations from your life that are not in alignment, that have become toxic, that are taking up space. So we'll see how that ties into the reading. Oh, awakening. Yeah, maybe you're going through an awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. And as we awaken, that kind of principle goes that through the stages of awakening, we drop density, we purge, what isn't in alignment, the denser, lower frequency energies. Sometimes there are emotions of guilt and shame, or, relationships that might be unhealthy, all those kinds of things that feel dense, and we start to hold more light, more love, the ascended energies. So of course the process of purification goes hand in hand with that. Sometimes we purify first and then we awaken as a result to that. Sometimes we awaken and then realize we need to purify. So you might be going through that process. I kind of believe that we all are, to some level, some degree at the moment. It's an interesting process. I have a lot to say about that. Maybe I'll make a video sometime. Let's go for your overarching tarot energy. Moonchild and Eight of Swords. Okay, well, two energies here. Moonchild is an extra major arcana in the Moonchild Tarot, and a child of the moon. Let's think about it. That's somebody who is deeply intuitive, who is moving in the cycles of the moon, of nature, connecting with that wisdom. So of course, to be that Moonchild and really work with that energy, the purification can really, really help us. Because I've got the Eight of Swords here, which can be the energy of the mental prison created by the ego mind. And it's the overthinking. It's when the mind becomes overactive, too much stimulation, too much stimulus, and sometimes that kind of tips over into the anxieties and the overwhelm, and it keeps us trapped. Like, for example, a new opportunity comes in and the ego starts going, oh, you couldn't do that, you don't have enough money, you're not the right age, you're not in the right place, let's just stay where we are. to keep safe, to keep secure, but then we never really expand. So you might be having an awakening that it's time to kind of step beyond the mind here, to heal this and to come back into that heart energy, to be the moon child who moves with the intuitive cycles within yourself. But in order to kind of access that wisdom, it could be time to go through some kind of purification. Well, let's see where this is going. Virgo, we'll go to the Rider-Waite. And we'll begin with the energy of the recent past, or what's led us to where we are today and the story that's unfolding. I've got a flash of the Tower then, but no, here it goes. The moon, yeah, the moon energy again. So that's interesting, guys. We'll have to see what the moon with the anxiety, and it's interesting because 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, the moon can always also talk about themes of, you know, paranoia or anxiety, anxious thoughts and that kind of thing. So we're really needing to calm and to stabilize. Yeah, the blocks is the 4 of Wands, which is the happiness and the stable home. So there could be stress about that, or how to create it, or in that area of your life. Advice from Spirit or Tarot, the Empress, beautiful. There's your embodiment of the Divine Feminine. The Tower is still at the bottom, guys. So this stress could have resulted from a Tower moment, and you're trying to rebuild, you're trying to recover, you're trying to find you're stable again, and you're trying to create with the Empress. Outcome. Oh, you're going to be victorious though. Look at that. 6 of Wands is the energy of victory and coming out of a darker time. 3 of Cups. Whoops. For some of you, this can be conception battle as well. You know, the Empress and the Moon energy. Sometimes it can be that, and it has kind of rocked your world in some way. But of course, we have that victory energy there of being able to maybe overcome that or see it from another perspective. Clarifying the 4 of Wands, 8 of Wands. Yeah, the shift is coming. The shift is coming. Clarifying the Empress, 4 of Cups. There's definitely been some dissatisfaction through not being able to create what you wanted to here, 8 of Cups. And it says that the victory is in actually moving on or making a transition away from something. What else do we need? I think we need one more for that moon energy. The universe, yeah. So that is the world energy, guys, the last major arcana, which says that you are closing out a big cycle in your life. And maybe that is where the stress has come from, the paranoia, the anxieties. You know, we're going through an awakening, we're purifying our life, we've dropped a situation potentially through a Tower moment. Could have been through the loss of a pregnancy or something like that that may have rocked a relationship and ended it. That's just something that's coming through with the Moon and the Empress. Yeah, it could have been the end of a relationship or home situation. So the thing is that there is a strong sense of victory here and hidden blessing with these cards here. If you have been through a darker time here, Virgo, this is really saying that, you know, that's behind you now. The 3 of Cups is a card of joy and saying that that winter is over and you're really moving into the next season of your life. It's time to close that chapter. You've gone through the final judgment. It's time for you to go into the next karmic cycle now. All right, and that's the hidden blessing here, that with this moon energy, your intuition is going to be on overdrive, but we need to make sure that we don't let the ego mind come in to validate, to quantify, to question. Otherwise, it's really that's what can lead to that paranoia, you know, like our heart and intuition is telling us one thing and then the ego is talking us out of it, and we're in this kind of battle, between the two sides of ourselves. That's what I'm really thinking. And I feel like the battle is about the path forward, which doesn't really feel illuminated at the moment, or hasn't really felt illuminated. And I think that you're really finding that way forward at the moment through this kind of awakening that you're having. So Virgo, in the blocks, obstacles or challenges, I've got the Four of Wands and the Eight of Wands. So it's saying that maybe you have been blocking a change in the home front here, maybe a change in relationship, a change in your sense of stability. The Eight of Wands is saying, look, maybe you need to relocate. For some of you with the Eight of Cups in this one, actually like physically remove and relocate from your situation, or, you know, place yourself somewhere else. It could mean that, you know, that true happiness that you are looking for lies somewhere else. The Eight of Wands for me can be about doing a 180, like totally just turning away from a situation and pretty much going in the opposite direction. The Eight of Wands can be a message or communication that may come in as well to help lead you and guide you towards that. And I'm also hearing divine intervention as well. Yeah, divine intervention that kind of has you go in another direction, because this is the 11-11 formation as well. So there could be a synchronicity or some kind of synchronistic message coming from the divine that you might not be hearing because the ego is kind of blocking the intuition. So that's something that's coming through here. So be on the lookout for those messages. Advice from Spirit or Tarot, Four of Cups, Empress. Yeah, so the Four of Cups is saying to me that there has been a level of either dissatisfaction or not being emotionally fulfilled where you were, and I think you thought you were happy in that situation, but what we're really seeing here is that maybe that was a false reality with the moon, and you're being led to transition to really find that elsewhere. That is where the Empress is going to birth your divine wishes. I really feel that whatever you're wanting to create, whether it's that happy home, that relationship, I'm feeling that more than work, guys, then I really feel that it lies elsewhere. The Empress is the energy, though, that can make it happen. She is the embodiment of the divine who births what's on your heart and makes it happen, makes it real. Again, she wants you to connect with that divine feminine energy, soften, open the heart, be vulnerable, not overthink, not overdo, just be. That's when that path forward will illuminate. There's too much mental energy here with the Eight of Swords and the moon energy. So we're really wanting to trust our intuition, because there's a sense here that, you know, you are being guided and led somewhere else where you will find that Four of Wands energy. In the outcome, I have the Eight of Cups and the Six of Wands. So the Eight of Cups is the realization, the awakening to the fact that where you have been in your life is not going to provide you with the Nine of Cups, say, the wish fulfillment. It's not going to meet your full emotional needs and lead to that happiness that you're truly desiring. So it's time to purify by removing yourself from the situation and maybe going after, you know, your true wishes here. There's a piece missing. You can't complete the picture here. And the Six of Wands says, you know what, that is your victory. That awakening and taking those steps is actually your victory. Then you will ride out of this darker time into the Six energy, which is the balance, the harmony, the joy, the love, the happiness, and into a whole new karmic cycle of your life where you will, you know, really reconnect with your passions, your purpose, your energy, and your heart energy as well. So that's what I'm seeing in this reading, Virgo. I feel like you are having an awakening to truth, to seeing that your happiness hasn't been in the situation. Maybe you're buying into an illusion. You've been called to close that chapter and potentially go in a really different direction here, and that is when the Empress will deliver to you what you have been desiring, and there is a sense of great victory in that between the World and the Six of Wands. So Virgo, I am going to leave it there, and I do wish you all the best with this reading. If this is your energy, keep in mind it's a general reading for the collective, so it may or may not resonate in its entirety. Drop me a comment if it does. I do love to hear from you guys, and it helps me get to know you, connect with your energy, and see what the collective themes are. Virgo, it has been a pleasure to read your cards, and I'll see you back here throughout the month for plenty more readings. Bye for now.